Welcome to 45 minutes of Yoga Core. Thank you for being here. Today I would like us to start up in a seat. We are going to take a gentle butterfly pose right away. So you can bring the soles of your feet to touch, and depending on how open you want your hips to be this morning, you can send the heels a little farther away or you can bring them closer. No matter what you do, I try to keep the spine straight, so try not to slouch here. We're going to be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. You can put your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, or you can place your palms gently on the top of the insides of your knees. Whatever's going to help you feel grounded. When you feel settled and you feel both of your sitting bones on the mat, you can also use a block or a blanket to kind of sit up on. When you feel ready, you can close your eyes if that feels good for you. We are going to spend about 5 to 7 breaths here. The point of starting in our butterfly pose today is because I wanted us to kind of focus our intention on our root lock. In yoga, we call it the Mula Bandha. So the physical structure of that is our pelvic floor, and it's diamond shaped. So I kind of want to have our intention to be focused on that today. So when you feel ready, just keep the eyes closed. Let your breath be natural. Allow your body to be whatever it is, whether you're feeling a little sore. Release whatever breath you have, maybe letting a gentle exhale out of the lips, opening that mouth, loosening that jaw. And the next time you inhale, we're going to start to bring more intention to our breath. So when you inhale, feel the spine start to lengthen and the shoulders start to broaden, and even relax. Push the shoulders away from the ears so the heart is open. Then when you exhale, engage the abdominals. We'll do this 4 more times before we move out of our butterfly. We're just trying to gently start to bring our awareness to the pubic bone right now. Hopefully this feels grounding, being the root chakra that is like our home base. Try to slow the breath down here for the last 3 breaths. Really take your time as you inhale, bringing in all that good prana energy into the lungs, purifying, and then letting out a nice long exhale, feeling that belly drop. 2 more breaths here. Take 1 last breath. Hold it at the top, and then let all of it go. If the eyes are closed, you can very slowly start to open them, and then we're just gonna switch over into an easy seat. So just a very simple cross-legged, kind of giving a little relief on the opening of the pelvic there. And we're just gonna take a couple breaths together. So we're gonna inhale our arms overhead, looking up, chin comes up, exhale, hands to heart, maybe chin to the chest. Take your time for the next 4 breaths as we just try to retain a little bit more air. As we look up, keep breathing, keep sipping in that air, and then exhale. Nice and slow. 3 more at your own pace. Try to take in as much air into the lungs, looking up, and exhale. Take 2 more. Inhale. Nice and slow, building a relationship with your breath, with your peace. Take one more big breath. Inhale up and exhale. Hands to the heart, chin to the chest. Just a little bow of gratitude for yourself, your practice, for how far you've come. We are going to take a couple side stretches in our easy seat. So you're going to bring your right arm, your right forearm onto the yoga mat, and then scoop the left arm overhead, look up, and you can either keep the gaze up or you can gaze down. Stay here for a couple breaths. When you're stretching, try to lengthen and really stretch towards that lake. Stay for that exhale, engaging the core. Try to keep both sitting bones on the mat. Take another breath. And then when you exhale, just travel over to the other side, releasing your left forearm onto the mat, stretching the left arm overhead. Again, gaze can be up or down, whatever feels better for you. Just take another full breath. And then exhale, bring that left palm down. We're going to move into a forward fold from here. So a couple options. You can either stay in a comfortable seat, or if you're craving a little bit more of that hip opening, you can come back into a butterfly seat. We're going to inhale the arms overhead, and then when you exhale, just start to bring those hands down in front of you. Doesn't matter how far you go. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths, so don't worry about coming fully into this pose. Just let gravity do its work here. Just let the head relax, maybe. Try not to hold any tension. Stay connected with your breath. You can always do more. If you would like to reach your fingertips a little farther away from you and really feel that stretch on the inner thighs here and the hip flexors. Take 3 breaths. Finish your last breath here. When the lungs are fully emptied, you can inhale and start to slowly walk the hands back, peeling the heart up, and then we're going to bring the knees together gently. You can give yourself a little hug here. Maybe bring the forehead down, just like a safe little ball. You can wiggle the feet, the toes, maybe move around the ankles. And we're going to stay on our seat for just one more maybe minute. So just separate the feet here, bring the hands behind your back, and just start to windmill the knees to the left and then the knees to the right. But stay with your breath. Just do some gentle loosening here. You can close your eyes. About 2 or 3 more breaths. Making sure you're taking full breath cycles. Try not to short yourself on the breath here. And when you finish that last breath, we're going to make our way into a tabletop. Come into tabletop, bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. The spine is flat. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and you can start to move through cow and cat pose here. For cow, inhale, let the belly drop, lift the gaze as if you're trying to gaze behind your brain. The tailbone is lifted. And then cat, exhaling, curling that spine, chin comes to the chest, rounding. We're going to spend about 3 to 4 breaths here, not too long in our child's pose. So just start to make some natural movements for your body. There's no right or wrong way. As long as you're breathing, letting that spine and navel warm up. Maybe even the hip circles might feel good. You can close your eyes here too. Just try to let the focus be on your practice, your breath. Take another full breath cycle. Just even out whatever you're doing. And then make your way back into tabletop. We're going to bring our big toes to touch and separate the knees for child's pose. We're just going to be here for 3 breaths. If the forehead comes down to the mat, you can rock the forehead left and right. Kind of give a little massage on the pineal gland here. Just take 3 breaths. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale, come back up into tabletop. We're going to curl the toes and we're exhaling our hips up for down dog, keeping the knees slightly bent here. Pedal out the legs. Let the head be nice and heavy. Spread the fingers nice and wide so your palms make a little suction cup. Take 3 breaths here. Maybe shake out your head, yes and no. Kind of get all the wiggles and the snaps and the pops out of the body. 2 more breaths. You can inhale to come onto the tippy toes. When you exhale, you can drop the heels, and as if you're pushing your chest back towards the thighs. 1 more breath. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, drop. The heels obviously don't have to touch the mat either. It's just kind of a metaphor, more metaphorically speaking, dropping the heels down, but don't feel bad if the heels don't touch. Now slightly bend the knees. Inhale to look up at the top of your mat, empty lungs, and then take some baby steps towards the top of your mat, inhaling to a halfway lift, hands on shins, spine is straight. Exhaling into a forward fold. And this could be a forward fold of your choice, so whatever feels natural for the body. Just try to keep the head hanging here, so try not to keep like your neck strained up. Your knees can be slightly bent. There's a couple options. You can take a rag doll if you want to grab opposite elbows. If you need a little more tension release in the head, you can scoop your hands underneath the base of the skull here and kind of bring that head down. Take 3 breaths. You're going to stay in your forward fold though, but if you want a little more stretching in the back legs, you can start to lengthen the tailbone so the legs straighten, and then exhaling that chest closer towards the thighs. But don't feel the need to be in a deep fold so early in practice. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to roll to stand, coming into your mountain pose, palms facing forward. Close your eyes here. We're just going to be here for a couple breaths. So if you are somebody who likes to set intentions in class, you can do that here. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Unclench the jaw. And take another breath. We're going to move through our sun salutations next, and we're going to take about 4 of those. And we'll start off nice and slow. So whenever you're ready, just make your way towards the top of your yoga mat. And then we're going to inhale the arms overhead, maybe taking a little baby back bend, and then exhaling to a forward fold. Inhaling to a halfway lift. And now we're going to plant the hands and step back into plank pose. We're going to hold plank for 3 breaths. You can always drop your knees down here too. Try to keep the spine straight from the neck to the tailbone. So try not to have a curl in the spine here, and try not to let the lower back sink 2 more breaths. When you inhale, push the mat away. Feel the shoulders expand. When you exhale, engage those deep abdominal muscles. Take 1 more breath. And then when you exhale, drop down the knees, chest, and chin. We're in 8-limbed pose. We're going to uncurl the toes and inhale to slide that heart up for a baby cobra. Then we're going to exhale into down dog. Once you're in down dog, just take a breath. Next time you inhale, looking up at the top of the mat, empty lungs. Make your way to the top. Maybe a little less steps. Inhaling, half lift, hands on shins. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Just reset in mountain pose. Take a breath. We're going to do that 3 more times. Moving at your own pace. Trying to sync our breath into our poses. Inhale, arms overhead. Maybe a little baby back bend. And then exhale to fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Plant the hands, step back. You can either come right into plank or you can drop your knees right away and start to lower. Just for a little more light movement. Inhaling, heart up, cobra or up dog. And then exhaling, down dog. Take a breath here. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, mountain pose. Close your eyes here, take a breath. We have 2 more to go. So it's up to you if you want to speed up your last 2 sun salutations. It is heat building and prepping for our sequence, but also don't feel the need to rush through anything. As long as you're breathing, we are good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back. Maybe this time you lower with that exhale to a low plank. Inhale, either up dog or cobra. Exhale down. Take a breath. Top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rising up, extended mountain, inhale. Hands to heart. Mountain pose. Take a breath here. Just 1 more of those to go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands. Choose how you want to flow. You can get creative here. You can go right into down dog, whatever you want. We will be meeting in downward facing dog. Nice choices, everyone. From down dog, just take a breath together. Let out whatever exhale you have. Inhale here. Stay as you exhale. Now next time you inhale, we're bringing that right leg towards the sky, 3-legged dog. We're going to do some light core work. We're going to exhale, hovering that right knee towards our nose as if we're in plank pose. Inhale, 3-legged, just light, I promise. We're going to exhale to step that right foot through the center of our hands. We're dropping that left heel, coming into warrior 1. I'm going to face you guys. So let's bring the hands to the heart and bring the hands on the hips here. Now look down at your legs. If your feet are in a slightly separate lane, that's good. For warrior 1, we want the left heel at about a 40 degree angle. And then if you can, turn the hips towards the front of the mat so that the hips are squared. Bend into that right knee. Now inhale, arms up. Beautiful, you guys. Pinkies towards each other. Stay for the exhale. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So just try to stay with your breath here. Keep that focus internally. But also feel that left foot grounding you. Feel that heart. 3 more breaths. You're doing so good. Heart opening here. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, 2 more breaths. Last breath. And now when you exhale, frame that right foot, step that right foot back, take a flow or take a child's pose. A flow is just lowering down into a low plank and then inhaling that heart out for cobra or up dog. Coming back into down dog. Now take a breath here. We're going to prepare for the left side. Releasing whatever exhale you're holding. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Now some light core work, exhaling, hovering that left knee, pretending we're going to touch our nose with it as if we're in a plank. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step that left foot through. Before we make our way up, let's get the feet right. So drop down that right heel, 40-degree angle. Bend into that left knee. Inhale the arms up. If you need a little self-adjustment here, since I can't come around, just bring the hands down. Get the hips, try to face them forward. They don't have to. If they don't, it's totally okay. And then bring the arms up, pinkies towards each other. Now 3 breaths here. 2 more breaths. Good job, last breath. And if you want to cartwheel those hands down, step that left foot back. Option to hover the left leg and option to come down into a low plank. Inhaling the heart up. Come into child's pose. Or take a seat. We're just taking a 5-breath break. So whatever is going to help ground you. If you need some water. We have a little balancing to do and then one last standing series before we make our way down for some grounding work. Take 3 more breaths. Next time you inhale, make your way into a tabletop and then into a down dog. As you exhale, the hips come up. Take a breath here. Keeping that left foot grounded, we're inhaling the right leg to the sky for 3-legged dog. When you exhale, curling the spine, sending that knee towards the nose, but then stepping the right foot through the center of our hands. We're going to keep the left heel hovered. So right now we're in a temporary low runner's lunge. So it's okay. Just allow this time to kind of just catch your breath. Where we're moving into next is high lunge. So you're going to move on an inhale, arms up. Stay for the exhale. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. Two more. Last breath. Now straighten that right leg, drop that heel, bring your hands down towards the hips. We're going to start to toe heel that left foot a little bit closer up towards the right foot. Feet are going to still be in separate lanes. We're moving into a pyramid pose next. So it's kind of like the same legs as warrior one, but just not with a bend in the right knee. Bring your hands on the hips. Inhale, spine lengthens. When we exhale, we're going to hinge down with a flat back. So we're not rounding. And you can slightly bend that right knee and then frame that foot, keeping the gaze towards the top. Stay here for 3 breaths, or exhale, bring that chin towards chest and forehead towards the top of the right shin. 3 breaths here. Stay with your breath. Take 1 more breath. So where we're going next is we're going to slightly bend into that right knee. We're going to keep framing that foot, and we're going to lift up that left leg. So we're going to be taking a standing splits pose. 2 breaths here. Send that left hip so it's squared with the right. Take 1 more breath. Now we're going to transition by lifting that left knee up. So we're standing on the right foot, hands to your heart. It's okay if you don't make it. You can start over just by standing towards the top of your mat. Keep that left knee floating as if you're about to take a step. Now we're moving into our balance. We're going into airplane, so as we inhale, start to stretch that left leg back. You can either keep the hands at the heart or open up like airplane wings, palms facing down. 3 breaths here, keep the heart lifted. Root down in that right foot. It's okay if you fall out of your pose. Let's get right back where you left off. 2 breaths. Last breath. And then we're going to drop down that left foot, arms overhead, high lunge. Just take a breath here. And then your choice if you want to flow or if you want to step back and go right into down dog or take a child's pose. It's up to you. Whatever you do, we will meet in down dog to finish off the left side of our standing balancing sequence. Inhale that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that left foot through with control. We're landing in a temporary low runner's lunge. Catch your breath. There's no rush here. When you do have that breath, inhale, arms up, high lunge for 3 breaths. And if this is ever too much for you, just know that you can always take like a low lunge or a low runners. Take 2 more breaths. Last breath. Hands on the hips. Straighten that left leg as we start to navigate that right foot closer, setting ourselves up for pyramid pose. Keeping the spine straight. Lengthen here, look up, maybe a baby back bend. And then we're hinging at the hips so the spine is straight. Slowly come down into pyramid and then frame that left foot. Keep the gaze towards the top of your mat though so your spine is straight. Stay here for 3 breaths, or if you would like some intensity, although this is already pretty intense, start to bring the forehead down towards the top of the left shin. Take 2 breaths. And while you're down here, stay breathing, stay down. I just want you to remember what we did last time. We transitioned into a standing splits. So sometimes I feel like the second side is easier because we kind of know what's coming. So just take another breath here. Now with slightly bending into that left knee, with that still framing that foot, we're going to lift up that right leg. We're going to start raising that foot towards the ceiling for standing splits for 2 breaths. Try to keep that right hip down, aligned with the left, but still lifting that foot for another breath. Now remember, we're exhaling with control, floating that right knee up. Totally okay if you're wobbly and wiggly. That's kind of the point of us doing yoga, growing strength in places we need. Keeping that foot lifted. Just rooting down through that left foot, growing strength in that left foot. And again, if you have to start over, go right ahead. You can start right over. Don't think anything has to be done perfectly. Now we're moving into airplane. So we're going to start floating that right leg back. You can keep the hands at the heart, or you can open up those wings, palms facing down. 3 breaths, heart is forward. 2. Stay here. 1 more breath, stay. Now exhale, drop that right foot back with control. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. And let's take one last flow. Step back into a high plank as you inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, down, dog. Take a breath here. Now start to walk your feet up towards the center of the mat. Bring the feet on the outsides of the mat. We're coming into our yogi squat. Take your time getting there. So this is more focus on our mula bandha, our root lock. Try to keep the spine straight. You can bring the hands at the heart. You can also take some twists here. You can keep the left hand down and right arm up. Or if you've just had enough, just go ahead and take a seat. Or stay for 3 breaths. Try to tuck the tailbone while you're here. Keep the heart lifted. Good adjustments, you guys. Take 1 more breath. All right, we're going to make our way into a seat. Just a comfortable seat. Just catch your breath here. Close your eyes. Maybe bring your hands to your heart, or 1 hand on heart, 1 hand on belly. If you had an intention in class, maybe come back to that intention. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so just take this as a nice cooling, grounding opportunity for you. Let the heart start to come back to a neutral pace. We're going to be moving into some leg stretches here in just a moment. And whenever you are ready, you're going to uncross the legs, keeping the left foot, or take out the right leg, and stretch that out. Keep the left foot on the inner right thigh. Try to make sure both sitting bones are on the mat. We're going to inhale, arms up. We're going to exhale and turn towards that right foot. Swoop the hands behind the ball of the foot. Your knee can be bent here. Try to turn the heart towards that right knee. You can start to kick into that hand. You can stay up, or if you want to start grounding down, you can round that spine and bring your forehead down towards your knee. Take 2 more breaths. Your last breath here. Now, as we transition, once you've gotten that last exhale out, we're going to inhale and swoop that left arm behind us. So it's behind our sitting bones. We're going to lift up the pelvic bone and reach that right arm up. So this is a modified fallen triangle. Sorry, modified wild thing. Exhale to come back down, and then we're going to switch out the legs. So again, just make sure that both of your sitting bones are, so one's not lifted. You can also kind of angle your leg. And then inhale, arms up. Turn towards that left foot. You can bend that knee if you need to swoop behind the ball of the foot. And then you can start to kick into the hands. Maybe bring the forehead towards the knee. Take 3 breaths. Last breath. Now next time you inhale, we're going to reach that right arm over the head like a rainbow, bringing that right hand behind us. Inhaling to lift up the heart, lift up that left arm, pressing up, reaching. Stay for another breath if this feels really good. Otherwise, exhale to come down, and we're going to make our way onto our bellies. We have one back strengthener to do here. So for now, just let yourself rest. Maybe make a little forearm stack. Maybe let the forehead come down to the mat. Take a couple breaths. We are going to do a full locust here. So a couple options for your feet. They can either be as wide as the mat, wider than the mat, if you really want to expand and grow your locust. Or if you're kind of over all that widening of the hips and everything, you can keep the feet together. So whatever feels comfortable for you. And now we're going to bring our arms out as if we're that airplane again. Now keep the forehead down. So try not to work any muscles right now. Let's connect to the breath. So the breath that we were practicing in the beginning of class, try to come back to that breath. So stay here, do nothing. Exhale, do nothing. We're going to take locust for 5 breaths. So I encourage to start small. When you inhale, start to peel the legs and the arms up, and the gaze is just at the top of the mat. Now stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift a little bit more. 3 breaths. Maybe lift a little bit higher. Now you can look up for 2. As if you're balancing on your belly button, lift up a little more. And then exhale, press back. Child's pose. We're going to make our way onto our backs. When you do come onto your back, keep the knees up. We're going to take a little bridge pose. Some more Mula Bandha love, some more root lock, pelvic floor engagement here. For your feet, you can walk the heels up as close to the sitting bones as you can. Keep the palms pressed down into your mat. When you're ready, start to inhale, lifting the hips up. You can start to walk the shoulder blades towards each other. You can clasp your hands underneath. We're going to be here for 4 breaths. You can come onto the tippy toes if you want more. Try not to look around here. Try to keep the chin towards the chest for 3. 2. Stay for this last breath. 1. Stay for the exhale. Engage that core. Unclasp the hands. Slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. We are going to come into our reclined butterfly. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. Close your eyes. Take 5 to 7 breaths here. And this is kind of the focus of my class today, is seeming to be the theme is our butterfly. So I try to spend a little more time here, kind of allow this yoga practice to bless you here, keeping the eyes closed, slowing the breath down. Of course, if you're kind of over all that hip opening, you can do the opposite, where you can bring the knees together and the feet on the outside of the yoga mat. Sometimes I like to do both, kind of like a yin and yang energy, which is nice to have balance. A couple more breaths here, whatever you're choosing. Last breath. If you are in reclined butterfly, just very gently start to close the legs up. If you are in the opposite with the knees touching, just separate the knees. We're going to keep the feet planted, and we're going to take a figure 4 stretch here. So keep the left foot on the mat. Bring up that right ankle on the top of your left knee so that when you look up towards your legs are making a triangle, which is kind of beautiful. It's like almost like the shape of our root lock there. So you can also reach your hands through that triangle, grab behind the left knee. You can keep that left leg straight. You can also start to pull that left leg closer towards you. Your right elbow will be pushing into that inner right thigh, and that can feel like super good. You can also roll that ankle or the left ankle around. We're going to be here for about 4 breaths. Take one more breath. And then when you've exhaled, release the hands from behind that left knee. Keep the legs as they are, but drop that left foot. We're going to drop the knees towards the right. So your left foot is kind of bringing that left knee down too. Cactus your arms and gaze towards the left for our spinal twist. 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, bring those knees back up, release that right leg, and then we're going to switch sides for our figure 4. So left ankle comes on top of your right thigh or towards the top of the kneecap. Swoop behind that right knee. 4 breaths here, stretching that IT band. Sometimes it might feel good to kind of rock the low back too on the mat. Try to loosen the jaw. Try to let your face just be nice and soft. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to release from grabbing behind the right knee. So drop that right foot down, bringing those knees towards the left, gaze towards the right. 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, unwind. And if you want, you can take a happy baby here for your final pose. Well, almost our final pose, moving into Shavasana next. So just kind of get out any wiggles you didn't get out in class. Like I said, happy baby can feel really good here. If you do take a happy baby and your tailbone is lifted, try to press all that down because we want all of the back muscles in our happy baby on the mat. So you can start to stretch one leg, stretch the other. Sometimes legs up the wall could feel good. Whatever you need, just get it all out. But then come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Try to hold this pose for at least a minute if you do have the time. I'll let you know when it is time to go. Otherwise, Shavasana awaits you. Just close your eyes. Just allow yourself to be nothing at all. Don't worry about thoughts. Don't worry about what's happening next. Don't worry about even my voice. Just, I'm going to turn my mic off and I will let you guys know when Shavasana is done. But until then, just enjoy this beautiful pose. Yoga is a way to freedom. By its constant practice, we can free ourselves from fear, anguish, and loneliness. No need to make any sudden movements. We will be closing right here on our backs. You're welcome to take an additional as many minutes as you want in Shavasana. I always admire a nice long Shavasana in class. So please take your time. And I want to thank you guys for coming to yoga today. And it's always my greatest honor to lead you in this practice. And thank you for trusting me with that. And I hope you have a good weekend and happy Friday. Namaste.
Thank you, Devonna, and all of you joining us today.